turn. There we go. There we go. Havari Ghani. Very good. Very good. Also, children, we say KUJICHAGULIA on KUJICHAGULIA. But I love that you guys are just speaking such Swahili, that you're giving me the Njema Asante Sana. Speak all the Swahili, Watoto. We're about to get ready and get started for the show. And we're going to get started with a drum call because we got to drum to bring all of our ancestors in. And so I just hope you enjoy. We'll get starting in a second. But as the drummers are drumming and the rhythms are moving, please move in closer and fill in this space so that we can all feel each other as we celebrate tonight. Yebo? All right. So we have some Quilombo alumni and instructors to get our drum call going, and students. Ashe, let's go. Let's go. the children one more time. Let's give them some good energy. I wasn't ready. I wasn't. All right, so that was Quilombo Academic and Cultural Institute doing some prayer, libation, and affirmation. And they'll be back to give us some drum and dance and some energy and some rolls and some jumps and some kicks a little later today. But before that, we will have our New African Scouts, right? And before we get to New African Scouts, we'll get a little more from Quilombo. Our middle school students at Quilombo Academic and Cultural Institute did a music video for Kwanzaa. So we're gonna show that to you guys today. So hopefully we can get into the Kwanzaa spirit. I didn't introduce myself. I am Tashia Umoja, also known as Mama Tash to the babies, right? I am the director at Quilombo Academic and Cultural Institute, but also just the child of the Malcolm X grassroots movement, right? It's all up in me and through my bones, and it is who made me, Ashe. So it's always a pleasure to be here and to celebrate on self-determination on KUJICHAGULIA every year. And that's why we say Habari Gani. Ashe, KUJICHAGULIA, yes, because we are determining for ourselves. You've seen the children from our own school, right? Because we are building for ourselves. We are creating our own, right? And so as we create, it's not Kaumba, but it is determining, right? It is self-determining. I hope you enjoy this video from our awesome teenage scholars who put together a little Kwanzaa skit that we put on film, and it has some poetry and some song, and hopefully you like the little bop that you'll enjoy in this music video. Ashe? Ashe.
It's Kwanzaa, everyone! Yay! Hold on. I don't know about Kwanzaa. Yeah, you literally go to Quilombo. Guys, this is yelling at her. Not doing Kwanzaa. Yes, she's not yelling so we can teach her.
So India, basically 7 days in Kwanzaa. The first day is Momoja, the second day is KUJICHAGULIA, the third day is Ujima, and the fourth day is Ujima. And then we walk off of the economics.
RJ, you forgot to tell her what the principles are called. She's supposed to be
They're probably in Little Summer anyway. But then she is the 6 days of money and the last day is May.
And they all have different meanings. Moja is unity, KUJICHAGULIA, self-determination, and Ujima is collective work and responsibility.
The three meanings are idea of purpose, Kuli means creativity, and the last day, Imani means faith.
I kind of get it, but still not really. Oh, we have something that might help her understand.
7 days, 7 lights, time of joy, of hope, success. The candles burn bright and clear, a celebration of hope here. For the non-believers, the candles, to join my family and friends' voices.
In a room full of 11 the principles of 7 days, we enjoy and we praise. Kwanzaa is time to unite and share love and joy is filling the air.
7 days to honor our roots, celebrating culture and festive suits. Candles on the menorah bright, red, black, and green, a radiant sight. The first day brings Moju's theme, unity, together we dream.
The second day, KUJICHAGULIA is self-determination. We come together for a celebration. The third day, Ujima, collective responsibility. We work together to take accountability. The fourth day, Ujima, cooperative economics, and get things accomplished.
The fifth day, as we rise to the surface, we find our purpose. The sixth day, we always have an activity to express our creativity.
The 7th day, Imani, faith, we go with the pace.
7 principles tonight. Together we win the fight. Together we win. Together we win.
So, India, this is dedicated to that. This is from the Moja, the energy cup, the seminar, the candle holder, and the stomach socks. You get it now?
Not really.
Alright, I got an idea. We gotta get more. I just see something. Don't question my message that you need. Why do you say?
We're together, responsible, that's the way.
of Black culture, festivity, and food.
So I hope you enjoyed our new little Kwanzaa vibe. I want to give it up to all of the Ramadan students at Quilombo for creating, writing, right? India and her father brought us the track, and then we had some Quilombo alumni who are going to school for production come in and help them record it. So if you liked it, find Quilombo School on Instagram and like it and share it so that these children can go viral, okay? Make the children go viral. But let me say, there is no Quilombo without First New African Scouts, right? It is the founding teacher, Ayo and Kita Mayala, and the leader of the New African Scouts, Shosho, Aminata Umoja, who started Quilombo, right, along with members of First African Church and Malcolm X grassroots movement. And then I come in, I used to be a New African Scout, I was a director, and so there is no Quilombo without Scouts first. And so we'll have our New African Scouts, and that's important to know, right? When did Scouts start? In 79? In 1979. Good Lord, what year is it? Is that, how many years is that? 45 years of New African Scouts? Man, can we say self-determination? Can we say KUJICHAGULIA? Yes. So let's give it up as our New African Scouts present our red, black, and green flag this Kuji.
Forward, march.
Come on, Scouts, you're looking good.
Ready, hold. Left face. Black and Panthers, salute. 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 Ready, front. Left face. Mark time, mark. Forward, march. Attention! Attention! Mark time, mark. Forward, march.
All right, Scouts. Okay, Scouts. African Scouts.
Ready, hold. Left face. Trash rod, turn. Ready, front. Lumumba Troop, the oath. Ozzy.
As African Scouts, we pledge that we'll put our minds, bodies, hearts, and spirits for the continued liberation of Africa, the Black nation of North
also use drilling to practice our listening skills.
Black and Panthers, attention. Dress right, dress. Ready in front. Single commands. Left face. About face. Right face. About face. Multiple commands. About right face. Left, left, right face. About, left face. About, left, about, right face. Left, left, right, about, face.
Come on now.
About, right, about, face. Left, left, right, left, about, face. Left face. Attention. Dress right, dress. Ready in front. Multiple commands. About, right, left face. Left, left, about, left, right, face. All right. Left, left, about, right, face. About, right, about, left, face. One step forward. About, left, right, about, left, face.
Habaregane! Yeah! All right. Okay, I hope y'all are having a great night. We're gonna go over what us scouts do. Okay, so the New African Scout Organization, other known as NASO, is a dynamic youth organization originally formed in 1979 in Los Angeles, California. It is an exclusive of all genders between the ages of 6 through 17 of African descent. The youth are divided into two subgroups, the Scouts, that's 6 to 12, and the Panthers ages 13 to 17. NASO was originally formed to help give identity, direction, and purpose to our youth. The program teaches the importance of interrelationships between the Black community, the Black nation, and themselves. Our members are encouraged to use the knowledge, talents, and skills acquired through our units of study towards building of a viable, safe, and loving community that we control.
A sampling of our units of studies include independent living skills like ironing, cooking meals, doing laundry, to build our self-reliance. A variety of lifetime sports like tennis, golf, fishing, cycling, swimming, and archery. To help promote lifetime longevity, camping and hiking, to connect with our beautiful natural environment. Freedom fighters like Dr. Matula Shakur, Malcolm X, Nat Turner, and Fannie Lou Hamer to help increase our historical and political acuity. Physical fitness to keep our bodies healthy and strong. Self-defense to keep our families and communities safe from harm.
All right, they all look nice, don't they? But we ain't done. So. Community service and engagement, like passing out goodie bags to the unsheltered. We hooked them up. And working in community gardens to promote appreciation and gratitude for the things that we have. Basic survival and safety techniques in both rural and urban settings to increase our situational awareness, including auto mechanics. Okay. Executing basic drill commands to help strengthen our self-discipline and listening skills. We also have first responders, first aid, and CPR. To enable us to help someone who may be injured or possibly save a life. Arts and crafts to enhance and expand our creativity on a small scale. And architecture to enhance and expand our creativity on a grand scale. We also have entrepreneurship to increase our understanding on finance and business management. And who doesn't like to earn their own money? All right.
These are just a few of the topics that we cover throughout the year. Our educational program is geared towards building our youth mentally, physically, and spiritually, making them strong and well-balanced and well-rounded individuals.
To get more information about our program, you're invited to our weekly Friday evening meetings from 6:30 to 8 p.m. on campus of Quilombo Academic and Cultural Institute here at Mount Welcome Baptist Church. Thank you very much for allowing us to share.
Let's give it up for our scouts one more time. That was so cute. I want to know how to do archery. I don't know how to do that. But I could learn. I guess I could hang out with the children and find out. Okay, so I feel like it's time for a Kwanzaa song. How y'all feel? Okay, so this is going to be a call and response, all right? It'll be really simple. Are you ready? Okay, but you got to give me like a hand clap. We got to go. Okay. This is the time for Kwanzaa. New African celebration. We've got to push the nation forward to liberation. One more time. This is the time for Kwanzaa. New African celebration. We've got to push the nation forward to liberation. Y'all did it. I'm proud. Got a little going on. I respect it. Maybe I might have to pull some. Y'all got beautiful voices. Y'all have beautiful voices. All right, so I have some Kwanzaa quiz questions for you. And what is the prize? Street cred. Who wants all the street cred? You should. That's right. All my babies want the street cred. Okay, so I'm gonna be asking you about the Kwanzaa table. Okay, my first question, are you ready? Who was the creator of Kwanzaa and what organization was he a part of? Man, how can I do this democratically? Do I just have them yell it out? Yeah, y'all just gotta shout it out. Come on, Arenze! Arenze has the first check mark for street cred. He has the most street cred right now. He has the, what's the organization, Aholuvi? The US organization. Shout out, yes. New African Scout. Quilombo kids. Okay. And so Maulana created this holiday by studying about African history and culture in order to make sure that Black people in North America were able to connect with our ancestral roots on the continent, right? And so he brought these symbols and he used this language, Swahili, together so that we had something that was ours to celebrate, that wasn't religious, so that we could all come together no matter what religion we were, but to unify and to remember what was taken from us, yes? Okay, so first things first. And my babies kind of gave you all the answers in the video, so certainly you remember everything that they said, right? Right. Okay, so first things first. What is at the very bottom? What is the first thing on our Kwanzaa table? Look, but you can't give me the mat. Come on, Aziza. Put your name on the board. Her mama's proud. And what does the mkeka represent? The foundation. Okay, I saw you, Sasa. Was that Porter or Sasa? Okay, Porter Lee. Yes, Porter Lee. Yes, Porter Lee. So the mkeka is the mat. Thank you, Arenze, Aziza, and Porter. The mkeka is the mat, and it represents our foundation. It's the first thing on the table, and it is what everything else stands on top of. So then, my watoto, some of my adults, you know, y'all can beat them. I have no problem beating children. Don't feel bad about it, okay? What goes on top of the mat? Porter Lee, 2 points on the scoreboard. I see you. Yes. So we have the kinara that sits on top of the mkeka, and what does that represent? What is that? our oldest ancestors, right? Some people say that our ancestors go back 300,000 years. Isn't that amazing? The thought of that, right? And that is our candle holder. And so then, of course, if it's a candle holder, what are the candles called that sit inside? Very good, Luvi. I raised you right. The Mashuma Saba. Yes, and we have 7 of them, of course. And 7 is the theme throughout Kwanzaa, right? It is the number that Maulana used. And if you study Maulana, he likes his numbers and he likes following his themes, okay? And so we have our 7 candles that represent. I see you. And I see that you're fighting for all the street cred, okay? And I respect it. Okay, the question is, how do we get out all 7 principles? Let's go one at a time. We have. And then we have. And then we have. But let's slow down. What does umoja mean, Watoto? Who knows the whole definition? Come on, Mama Nika. Come on. So she also gives credit to the New African Scouts. We see you, Mama Nika. You better represent. Okay. And then we have our KUJICHAGULIA. Man. Would it be inappropriate for me to have Ikem come up and go, the Kuji would? I'm not going to make him do it. Maybe during the, would you be down to do that, Ikem? Ikem! Okay, just a little song break. But first of all, what does KUJICHAGULIA mean? Yes. Sasha, you want to give me more?
Wait, you want me to say what?
Yeah.
So it means define yourself, name yourself, create for yourself, and speak for yourself.
Girl! Okay. And so I'm going to let my Quilombo alumni and Black Panther give us more about KUJICHAGULIA.
All right, Barigani. All right, so this is how the song works. I'm gonna say, it's the Kuji what? Y'all gonna say, it's the KUJICHAGULIA. Y'all got it? Yeah. All right, Moja and Billy, Tatu. It's the Kuji what? It's the Kuji what? It's the Kuji what? Cause KUJICHAGULIA means. It's the Kuji what? It's the Kuji what? Cause KUJICHAGULIA means. It's the Kuji what? It's the Kuji what? It's the Kuji what? Cause KUJICHAGULIA means.
I love that. I love him, I love them. Okay, very good. Okay, so then that was KUJICHAGULIA, and then we come around to, you guys said Ujima. And what does Ujima mean? Collective work and responsibility. Okay, Luvi, give me more. You got examples. Keep going. Man, she said we got to be connected. Okay, be deep. Be deep, Luvi. All right, so we did Umoja, KUJICHAGULIA, Ujima, and then what is next, Watoto? Ujamaa. And what does Ujamaa mean? Very, very good. Very, very good. I'm going to keep it moving. And then we have Nia. What does Nia mean? Purpose. And then we have Kaumba. Creativity. I see the moms. We have moms over here that says, I know, and I'm going to say, and do it better. Okay, and then last, no, Imani. And Imani means, you gotta have faith. You must have faith. Yes, okay. So, we got through a lot. We've learned that the mat is the mpeka, right? The kinara, the candle holder, represents our oldest ancestors. And then we have our 7 principles, the mushuma saba, right? And they represent each day of Kwanzaa. Each day we light a candle. Can I have a watoto come up here with me and help me light a candle? He was just up first, you know? Come on. And he's old enough to manage the light. Okay, you got it? See, you got it. You know what to do. All right, make sure you say the principle as we light the candle. We'll say the principle. So we have 2 principles. We're on the second night. And we'll light the first candle, the black candle. And we say,
Umoja.
Umoja. Unity, very good. And then our second candle, Arinze. You got the red first. Inside. Okay, we have
KUJICHAGULIA.
KUJICHAGULIA.
Self-determination.
Self-determination. Thank you so much, Arinze. It's a lot of wax on them. We're going to keep going. There it goes. Yay. Okay, we had a self-determining candle. All right. So then we have more things on our table, right? We just got to the first 3 symbols. Who else wants to tell me what else is on the table? I'm going to call on you, Halima. What do you say? What else is on this table? You want to give me this, or this, or this? You want to phone a friend? The Kikombe Cha Umoja, our unity cup, right? Back in the day, we would all sit and pass it around and talk about the principle of tonight. We have too many people tonight, so we won't do it, but we also don't share those germs, those COVID, right? They scared us. Okay, what else do we have? Sajda. The Muhindi. And they have 2 names, right? You have the Muhindi or the Burundi, and they're for all of our what? Children. And what does each kernel represent? The children to come, all the generations to come, right? Okay. And then Kofi Sanjay, did you give us one? What did you say? Mazao, the fruit of our labor. Watoto, you are fruit of our labor. Yebo? But of course, these are the products of real fruit, of real work, of real seeds that were sown. And so it is because of the fruit of our labor that the children can have what? The children have labored and then they deserve what? Yes, Aholuli? Who said it? Zawadi, come on, mama, because she said you better earn it. That's right. So then we have our Zawadi, our gifts. And then we have another symbol that's kind of represented in our fabric here. And what is that? Oh, but it's, what's our last symbol that we didn't say it? The Bandera Yata. The mamas is holding it down. I think Mama Nika won the street cred. Arenze, how do you feel about that? Yes, and then we have our red, black, and green flag from the Honorable Mosiah Marcus Garvey. Ashe. All right, y'all. So we'll get ready. KCC will be up next. All right, and then we'll have a little commercial from you from Quilombo Academic and Cultural Institute. But before KCC comes up, we need one more Kwanzaa song. Are y'all ready? If you know the song, please sing along. And I always need my good hand clap. Let's go. It means unity. KUJICHAGULIA means self-determination. Ujima means collective work and responsibility. Ujamaa, cooperative economics. Nia, it means perfect. Kuumba is creativity. Imani, it means faith. You gotta have faith.
You must have faith.
People's like, Umoja. All right, so we hope you've learned a little bit about Kwanzaa, that you've enjoyed the youth for tonight, and then we hope that you feel the drums and the energies and the dancing that's about to go on. Feel free to jig a little bit in your seat while they're doing their thing. Quilombo, Creative, Collective, KCC. Are you ready? A little bit? Do you start? Oh. All right.
Havari Ghani. We're about to do a call and response song. So when I say a kukaye, you're gonna say aye. So we can practice that. A kukaye. Aye. Okay. And then the next line, when we say a kukayo, you're gonna say ayo. A kukayo. Ayo. And then the last line is I'm gonna say a kukaye amanseya. Ku. Say a kukaye, a kukayo, a kukaye, amansaya, a kukaye, a kukayo, a kukaye, amansaya, a kukaye, a kukayo, a kukaye, amansaya, a kukaye, a kukayo. Akukaye amansaya.
All right, did you feel the spirit? Did you feel like doing a little jig with them? Just a little jig? Almost. That's very good. Okay, so we're having some technical difficulties with our Quilombo commercial, but that is okay. Next up, we have the fabulous African dance and drum ensemble Jole Kilin. Hopefully you've seen them all around the city of Atlanta for years now doing their thing. They have fire. So I hope you enjoy this presentation from Jole Kilin. And so while Jole Kilin is setting up, let's do another Kwanzaa song. Are you ready? All right. So this is one of my favorites. Oh, you decided that you're singing the song with us? Okay, let me get you the mic and let me let you rock this out. Come on. Let's come up here. Let's come up here. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Come on, mamas, come on, babas, come on, sisters, come on, brothers. Don't be late, oh, don't be late. Let's celebrate, let's celebrate. K-W-A-N-C-A-A-K, K-W-A-N-C-A-A-K, W-A-N-C-A-A-K, W-A-N-D.
I wasn't ready, but I'm glad I passed the mic. All right, and so while we're waiting, I also want to say that we have some beautiful calendars here from Quilombo Academic and Cultural Institute, right? So if you want to look at the beautiful faces of beautiful children all throughout your year, come see us about a calendar, right? They're $15 a piece, and they go to support all of the institutions, really, because once you support one, you've supported them all. We are one, together we stand, yes? And so come check out these Quilombo calendars. For those of us who experienced a loss this year, there's a dedication on the back to our Baba Kokai, our Kenneth Stallings, that we love so much. For 15 years, he is the one who created and designed our calendars, and this is the first time we've actually done a calendar without him. So he still had to be on it and representing with us. But please check out our Quilombo calendars, they're lovely. And all of the fundraisers that we have go to supporting this institution, go to scholarships, right? Because what we know is that the public school system just is not serving our children. I believe the last study from the National Survey on Educational Progress was 8% of fourth graders were reading on grade level, right? So we have to be self-determining. We have to build our own, because our children can read if we decide they're going to, right? Our children are brilliant. Our children need education. We need education, so we have to do it ourselves. We can never count on these institutions that aren't designed to liberate us to give us what we need, right? And we all need it. This isn't just black people, right? Literacy in this country for everybody is horrible. We have to have our own institutions, yes? So please, please, please support these calendars. Buy this calendar, they're cute. Our kids are cute, it's on the application. You can't come here if you're not adorable. It's a thing. And maybe we make them cute, I don't know. But they're really cute. All right, and so check out our calendar and get ready, Ashe, for Jolie Kalin.
So I'm gonna say it one time, then I'm gonna say it 2 times, then I'm gonna say it 3 times, and then the beat's gonna drop, okay? Abang Dosa! Dosa! Dosa, Abang Dosa!
Man, I had to take my shoes off. Y'all had me dancing. I've been 40 for a couple years now, so my thighs feel different. I might be 40 for a couple more. Watch out. Watch out. Okay, that was amazing. One more time. Let's give it up. Yes, 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 mama.
I would love to invite you all to our Kwanzaa class in celebration this Sunday from 3 to 5 at Dance Foundry. The cost is $7, $1 per principal of Kwanzaa. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, thank you. All right, so we will get ready to hear from our famous Dr. Akinyele Vodunsi Umoja. Before we do, we'll see a little snippet of a documentary that we're working on at Quilombo. We said that New African Scouts started in 1979, right? Before that, the elders who started the New African Scouts were doing work. It wasn't until years later that they decided we want to work with the youth too. And so this documentary delves into that history. What were they doing all of those years? All these little people who are here now, who are these elders that you're sitting amongst? And what work did they do, right? And so you'll catch a little snippet of this documentary we're shopping and working on, and some of you got to see a sneak peek of Educate to Liberate. But I hope you enjoy our little commercial.
This is Professor Akinyele Umoja, also known as in my community as Baba AK. Baba is a term in African-centered community of respect for elders, particularly elder males. I'm going to speak to you today about my journey. It started with the knowledge that our people were oppressed. I was 4 years old, living in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. I'm born in 1954, so this had to be around 1958. I remember seeing the images on TV of a black woman and her child. The child was desegregated school, and they were attacked by a mob of white women who dragged the mother and the child down the street. And I really had to wrap my head around being a child. Why would people be so angry, so violent to this mother and her child? Around the same time, maybe within the next year or so, my father was transacting some business, and I was traveling with my father throughout the city, and he pointed out an amusement park. And I asked my father, well, why hadn't we gone to an amusement park? There was an amusement park that I was used to going to. My father told me we couldn't go there because we were Negroes, or we were colored. I can't remember whatever term they were calling us at that time, we had accepted. Both those things, those incidents, had profound effects upon me as a child, and let me know that we were oppressed as a people in this country. As I mentioned, I was born in 1954, and that was a period of time of not only seeing the oppression of our people, but I also saw this movement of people beginning to challenge the oppression. Certainly figures like Dr. Martin Luther King and members of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, groups like the Congress of Racial Equality Corps. But we would move to Los Angeles in 1960, and one of the things that made a major impression on my life was the Watts Uprising in 1965. I'm living, at that time I'm 11 years old, my family's living in Compton, and just to see the response to an incident of police brutality, seeing the anger of the community, but also seeing the power of a community uprising in their capacity to disrupt and stop everything, made a major impression on my life.
All right, this in fact is not the commercial. But it works. We're so self-determining that we have so many products. This is actually from the Culturally Relevant Classroom, which is a workshop that we do with teachers around the country, teaching them how to be culturally relevant in schools in Buffalo and Los Angeles and places like Lima, Ohio and whatnot, right? And so the commercial didn't download properly, but I'm glad you got that peek. And if anybody needs any training on culturally responsive teaching, holla at me and show, right? So that being said, and I think it was still a good introduction for our wonderful speaker for tonight. He is the former chair of the Department of African American Studies at Georgia State University. He is the founding member of the New African People's Organization and the Malcolm X grassroots movement. He my daddy. Also known as Vodunsi, Akinyele, Umoja.
Abarigani. Kujichagulia. Good to see everyone today. On behalf of the men, women, children, entire family of the Malcolm X grassroots movement, I'd like to greet everyone here with free the land. Free the land. Free the land. By any means necessary. We're going to get back to that part because today is what? KUJICHAGULIA. And just one thing, now Baba Makungu back there looking at his phone, he'll tell you this stuff. When we talk about, New Africans talk about KUJICHAGULIA, it's just not to name yourself, to speak for yourself, it's also to govern yourself. Govern yourself. You know, not just being governed by others. Many of these great people we talked about, they talked about us governing ourselves. I'll come back to that. Of course, next year, 2025, all the MXCM members, you should know, is what? Malcolm's 100th birthday. Wow. Malcolm's 100th birthday, so we got to show out. Brother Brandon, we got to show out. I hate to call him my student because he came in my class, he already had a PhD. You ever had that experience? Your teacher, you already have a PhD coming to your class. He was there this semester. He's a professor at Georgia Gwinnett College. And we should give him a hand because he does work with the Male Initiative, African American Male Initiative, and does other rites of passage programs in the community. So that's what we're talking about, right? We talk about living Kwanzaa all year. People who put in work into the entire community. So next year, 2025 is Malcolm's 100th birthday, and I'm sure MXGM is going to be informing you about other activities. This year, November, we had a lot going on, didn't we? On my family chat, people was preparing to go to the continent. People was preparing to go to the continent. Right? You know, it was all types of stuff going on. And we know that this guy, the orange guy, what? I would say something else, but my granddaughter told me I shouldn't be cursing. So I'm trying to be good. Told us all we shouldn't be cursing, we shouldn't be swearing, so I'm not going to swear. But he got what, 75 million votes? Last time, 70 million. So this tells us that we got that many people in this empire who are willing to support white nationalism, what they call white supremacy. I'm working with that word because they ain't supreme to us, okay? We got that many people who voted for that. But what does it mean for us? We know from the last time, it means certain things, right? Certainly, even since that time, it's been assault on our education. Particularly, Tashia mentioned culturally relevant classroom. Being culturally relevant is a crime in the state of Georgia. They call it what? Divisive concepts. They will not let you tell the truth in the classroom. That's an assault on our education. That's what some people would call war. It's genocide to try to turn somebody's identity, to take that identity away from them. That's what they call genocide. That's one of the things that's listed when they talk about genocide. So we know it's going to affect our education. Not to mention, this guy, I told you I'm trying not to curse. This guy said they're going to take away the Department of Education from the federal government. What does that mean? So assault on education, you know, if it means that for America, you know what it means for us. Okay? It's going to be attacked on us economically. There's already a wealth gap, and we know with Trump's programs, there's going to be more money, wealth going to the rich. And how does that affect people at the bottom? How does it affect our people? We know that when he was in power last time, that we had groups like the Proud Boys and other groups emerge. Y'all remember July 6th? Y'all remember what happened that day? What year was it, Tashia? Y'all were in Africa during that time. January 6th. I said July 6th. It's the same thing. 2021. So we know that there will be more mobilizations of what I remember Dr. Mutulu Shakur and others used to talk about, white civilian armies. Mobilization of white civilian armies. So what is our response to all that? Number one, because you can't talk about KUJICHAGULIA unless you first talk about Umoja, right? And on Umoja, you talk about what? Unity, but it has to be building community. You got to build community during that time. The first community you got to build with, the first method you have to do is building relationships. Okay, most of the time we talk about relationships now, you think I'm talking about you got to hook up with a good sister, good brother. You got to do that. Do you know your neighbors? Do you know people in your neighborhood? You got to build relationships. If you're part of social organizations, you got to build those relationships. And then we have to empower those relationships in the community. It's about building community. If we don't build community, we won't have the capacity to do other things, right? So what does that mean? Number one, we have to build communities. Institutions. We had institutions up here today. We have to build our schools. We have to build, right now we're in an institution, Mount Welcome. Our spiritual communities have to be built and strengthened. A lot of them took some attack during COVID. People ain't coming back no more, right? So build our institutions. We have to build our economic institutions, particularly through tomorrow's what? Or is that the fourth day? I'm sorry. Cooperative economics. Some people say if you build black enterprises, if you build black cooperative economics, that's building capitalism. That's just giving everything straight to the white folks. We got to build cooperative economics. We ultimately have to get rid of capitalism, and I'll say that. But right now, who you gonna buy stuff from? Where you gonna shop? When the Scouts talked about developing entrepreneurship, if they get out of school and there's not employment for them, what they got to do? We got to have entrepreneurship. We got to build economic institutions ourselves. We can't depend on the other folks to provide those things for us. Y'all feel me? Am I scaring y'all? All right, we got to have economic institutions. Building educational institutions, building economic institutions, that's a form of what? Self-defense. Self-defense. We got to be able to protect ourselves by any means. Self-defense ain't just with guns. But tell you what, it is sometimes with guns. We have to build what we call community defense networks. So those communities I talked about earlier, our churches have to have the capacity to defend the community at the church. Our neighborhoods have to have the capacity to defend each other in the community. Y'all know, we think about some of the atrocities that have happened in the last few years. We got to stand ready because other folks, they might call them lone wolves sometimes, but sometimes it's just these paramilitary groups. We got to stand ready to be able to defend ourselves. We can't feel like the police just got us. They don't. We know that, right? From so many things. If we don't take the responsibility of protecting and defending ourselves, who will? We have to do. Everything I just mentioned is about survival in this period. You know, being able to teach our children and develop our children as you've seen this evening. That's about us and us defending ourselves. It's also building for the future. Us being able to support each other economically through difficult times. That's about self-defense, but also protecting the well-being of everybody in our community is about self-defense. But finally, I mentioned KUJICHAGULIA is about us governing ourselves. That's the ultimate reality. That's the ultimate thing that we as a people, as a community, need to organize to do. And as I've been saying for decades, I might not see it. But I got to prepare the young brother who was sitting up here singing the KWANZAA to you all. I got to prepare him to hopefully see it, or his children or grandchildren. You know, if a people have to have a vision, if we don't have no vision, ain't no use in doing this, right? It can't just be us satisfied with what we know is what? Genocide. How many of y'all heard of Martin R. Delaney? Martin R. Delaney. Martin R. Delaney in the 1850s decided that black people needed to have a place. He even traveled to Nigeria, what is now Nigeria, Abeokuta, and made a deal for some land. He came back and the Civil War jumped off and he joined the Union Army. He became the first person, black person, to reach the level of a major. But he said in the 1850s, the liberty of no man, and we'll say person, is secure that doesn't control their own political destiny. In other words, if you don't control and govern yourselves, then you're subject to genocide. You're subject to genocide. I hate to give that message on a Kwanzaa day. We're supposed to be celebrating and being festive, but I got to keep it real. If you don't control your political destiny, then somebody else is determining what your curriculum is in your schools. If you don't control your political destiny, you got a neighborhood and they decide they're going to build a freeway through it. If you don't control your political destiny, they might just decide that the hospital that's been servicing your people don't need to be there no more. It's going to move to Cobb County or somewhere. Well, I can't say that because black folks in Cobb County now. But yeah, y'all get what I'm saying? Our ultimate goal Right now, we got to build self-defense networks. We got to build economic cooperatives. Right now, we got to build our schools. But ultimately, we need our own, as Malcolm said, place in the sun. Okay? And it could be, most definitely, we say here where the majority of our people live in the South, what some of us call New Africa. That's why we had to say New Africa. That's where that comes from. But for somebody else, it might be on the continent. On the continent, they're building the alliance of Sahel states. Y'all know what that is? In Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, those nations decided they were going to come together. Guess who's threatened by them? France, because they ran France out, but they ran the United States military out. Do we know what's going on there? We got to stay on top of what's happening with our people around the world. We see what's happening in Haiti, okay? And many of us, after the earthquake occurred, we gave our money to our people in Haiti, right? Of course, if we gave it to the Clinton Bush Fund, some of that money went to Coca-Cola. In fact, some of us, Mama Hadi, myself, and others, we were on a delegation with Chokwe Lumumba to Haiti after the earthquake. We went to those camps. None of those resources got to our people who were starving on those camps. Because we what? Gave money to the Clinton Bush Fund, the Red Cross. Next time, give it to the Haiti Relief Fund, because we actually saw the work that was happening down there. I'm just saying all this is we got to have a vision about self-determination. It's about our people here, but it's also a global vision. And we have to cooperate with our brothers and sisters around the globe. We got to be concerned what's happening in Palestine where genocide is going on. And part of education has to be what? Knowing who your friends are and knowing who your enemies are. With that being said, enjoy the rest of Kwanzaa after that bleak message. But that's just what I'm feeling today. Enjoy the rest of Kwanzaa. But part of, as I mentioned earlier, Kwanzaa is about building those relationships. Getting together with your brothers and sisters, your neighbors, introducing it to others, and let's build. Let's build. Let's build. Let's build. Let's free the land. Free the land. Free the land. By any means necessary. Ashe.
Ashe, oh, bye-bye. Yes. Thank you so much. That's the word. And the message is we must build, right? All right, so our night is coming to a close. We have some vendors next door. We have some time to fellowship and hobnob. We got these Quilombo calendars for sale. So before we close out our evening, we'll hear from our Malcolm X Grassroots Movement rep for the night, Taliba Obuya, and then we'll do some harambes to close the night down.
Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Ooh, thank you, Black Love. So, hey, y'all. Hey, I am coming to you all on behalf of the Malcolm X Grassroots Movement, and I greet you like beautifully Black Love full Habarigani. KUJICHAGULIA. Okay. So, I hope you all have had a beautiful night. Yabo? I hope y'all's Kwanzaa celebration is kicking off steadily in our day two, and that as Baba said, we must build. It took me back to the Malcolm X Grassroots pledge. We must build the Malcolm X Grassroots movement for self-respect, self-determination, and self-defense. The Black nation charges genocide. And if we look around through the conditions that our people face, we know that these are genocidal conditions, whether it's the state of our education system, whether it's our access to health care, livable wages, or we're carrying on the experiences of our ancestors that brought us to this reality. But we also know that we are resilient. We also know that we resist. We're not just oppressed. We know, and we see that today, right? Did y'all enjoy Quilombo? Did y'all enjoy Quilombo? How many of y'all are Quilombo parents? Me too. How many of y'all are connected to Quilombo in some type of way? How many of y'all are aunties, uncles, babas, grandparents, and all of those pieces, right? We have Quilombo sincerely because we did that. Mama Shosho was obedient when the ancestors spoke the Creator. First Africans said, yes, we can do this. And so I really was just coming to say my Southern self, rooted in the church, the doors of the movement is open. You know, they would say the church, right? The doors of the church is open. If you all have celebrated, how many of y'all, this is y'all's first Kwanzaa? Oh, Ashe, welcome. And we hope that you all come back. How many of this is your second or third or can't count? Or won't count because you'll be like, how many can I have as an adult? Okay, so I'm just trying to build these connections that I know Baba was telling us we must build. I hope you all feel invited, whether it's our institution of Quilombo, Educate to Liberate. We were trying to show a piece of that. We will be showing that documentary and that film of Quilombo and TSK. And just back to what I was saying, we have been resilient. When we fight, we do win. We were able to free Baba Matulu Shakur. He transitioned as a free person, right? Mama Nahanda, she transitioned also as an political exile. And the kids were like, they didn't get her. You know, she died free. And not to ramble, not to keep y'all from the good food that we have, not to keep y'all from the vending stuff. I just really wanted to just ground that you all are invited to this movement to love our people in action. And I just hope that as we go to the rest of the 5 days of Kwanzaa, as we then enter the new year and we have faith that we will 365 Kwanzaa and the Malcolm X Grassroots Movement can be your continued partner with As We Love People in Action. Quilombo Institute can be your home. I've met Quilombo as a college student, so if you want to donate monthly to Quilombo, I say, you know, charge your heart to go ahead and do that. $10 a month is nothing to laugh at, right? Or $10,000 a month, as Shosho would say. We can dig deep. And so I just wanted to greet you with Asante Sanas. Many, many thank you for choosing to KUJICHAGULIA with the Malcolm X Grassroots Movement. There's plenty of members here tonight, so hopefully we're greeting you all and telling you about the organization. And enjoy the rest of Kwanzaa. Habarigani.
All right, Taliba said we have some food next door. We have some vending, some purses, some handbags, some flip-flops and wraps from sisters from Uganda and Kenya. So let's close out so we can go next door and eat and fellowship and purchase. Ashe? Ashe. So we're going to be saying our 7 Harambes. What does Harambe mean, Watoto? Let's all pull together. So we'll say 7, and on the 7th one, we will hold it, Harambe, as long as we can, and then we'll let it go until we are out of breath. So let's all stand. I'm going to come to the top of the stage. All right, are we ready? Umoja and Billy Tatu. Harambe, 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 Harambe. Harambe! All right, thank you.
All right, y'all. So food is down in the fellowship hall. Please stop by. We have vegan options as well as vegan desserts. We also have some vending. There's a partnership with sisters from Uganda and Kenya. You can get your sawadi there. We have some